Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to Lady of the Unknown Oracle. My name is Sophie. I hope you are doing really well. For those of you who are joining me for the very first time, I hope you enjoy your message. If you do, please remember to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for all of your love and support. I love you with all of my heart. Thank you so much for being here, for reconnecting with me. I am so happy that you're here, Scorp. So thank you again. My love, we're going to go ahead and jump right into your reading. This is a general reading for Scorpio. This may or may not resonate with your current situation. So if it does not, by all means, just throw the entire reading out the window. If it's not for you, then do not grapple with it. Just throw it out. Okay. For others of you, though, this may resonate very strongly. And if it does, we will be doing an extended reading where we will go more in depth into the connection between you and another person, how they feel towards you, their intentions towards you, how to overcome whatever obstacles are in your way, as well as what the long-term outcome will look like between you and this person. Okay, if you would like to see what the extended holds for you, I will leave the link to the extended in the description box down below, along with a link to my personal booking system in case you would like to have a reading that's a bit more personalized to what you're currently going through. All right, so just like in our previous readings together, Scorp, I went ahead and pulled from the Oracle on my own to get an idea of the elements involved and the circumstances that you're currently connecting with, but you and I will be pulling from the tarot together. All right. So all I have to say, Gem, I'm Scorp. My words are already coming out before the actual what I'm trying to say. You could be connecting with a Gemini. Why do I say that? Because they were the first reading that I did, the first reading I was called to do, and you have energy here that feels to me connected. You did appear in their reading twice. More than likely, Scorpio, you are connecting with an individual who is already connected. Okay, that is not for all of you, all right, but I am getting that very strongly for some of you because the energy I'm seeing here feels kind of like a why do I always find myself here type of energy. For others of you, right, you're not connecting with another person who is already connected, but you are wondering just on a broad scale whether what you have with this person is stable enough, or if you have the stability in your life right now to accommodate the magnitude of the relationship, the connection that you guys have. Okay, because right now you're feeling chaos and conflict with never-ending story. So internally, right inside, you are asking yourself, why am I like this? Why is it that every time someone comes into my life, I'm doing something, or I'm not ready for them, or maybe there is a habit of you always closing up, right? This never-ending story just feels like a habit or some behavior that you're always bringing with you from the past into the future. And it's like, why am I like this? Like I really like this person. Why can't I just tell them? What am I so afraid of? And internally, you are realizing, okay, you are realizing that you are approaching a crossroads with this person. Why am I saying that? Because you have here chaos and conflict, which is a 33. Right, it is a 33. But then you also have concern, which is also a 33. Being clarified with house, which is a 2. Crossroads, right? You're approaching a level here of almost stable but not stable. And Scorp, I mentioned this in the Gemini reading. Sorry for the broken nail. Sorry for the broken nail. It is horrendous, and just it wasn't paying rent. So goodbye. but yes, I will do my best to hide it from you because it's pretty ugly. But yeah, so you're getting to a point now with this person where it's beginning to feel almost like home, right? It's starting to feel almost grounded, but there is still something that is incomplete. There is still something being held off from. It's like you guys have the courtship, right? You guys are beginning to really value one another. You're really starting to enjoy each other's company a lot more. It's almost like if there was any inkling between you and this person of, well, do they like me? Do they feel this connection that I feel for them? It's reciprocal at this point. Like you and this person definitely are aware that there's a mutual energy going on. The question is, do you guys support it? Do other people support it with community, right? Is it the kind of relationship that people will support? Is it the relationship that you can support, this person can? It's an encouragement, right? So just in terms of how quickly can you and this person get together and make things real? this is talking about social support. So there could be a reason why things are not where you want them to be just yet. For some of you, this is about a family situation. Perhaps the person you're connecting with already has a family, has children, and you're wondering how that's going to pan out, right? For some of you, you are the one wanting children, and maybe this person does not have children of their own, but they do not intend on having children of their own, right? Maybe because there is not enough support, or maybe because they had never thought about it before. So it's this concern surrounding, does this relationship, while beautiful and high value right now, does it have the potential? Can it be strong enough? Or if it is already a very strong connection, you, Scorp, are in that dilemma of, am I ready? Am I ready to accommodate this level of a relationship, the seriousness that it brings? Am I ready to accommodate that into my life? Am I where I want to be in order to move forward with this person? And because chaos and conflict with never-ending story is here, it almost feels like in a way you're not ready, but you're doing a lot of introspection. You're asking yourself, well, if I am not ready, is there a reason? Like, am I really, really not ready? Or am I just afraid? Right? Kind of like, is this a fear of mine of moving so quickly, or not moving so quickly, but of being committed to somebody on this level? And kind of going within and reevaluating and asking yourself, well, why am I feeling this way? Why do I feel like this is so cyclic? What am I carrying with me, and what do I need to get rid of? Because this person is great for me. This relationship fulfills me, right? And there is no pressure right now. I'm putting this pressure on myself. So what's the deal? Why am I doing this to myself? Or why am I feeling this type of way about the connection, right? What is it that is making me feel like we don't have what it takes to make it work? Okay. So we're going to go ahead and put this aside, and we're going to pull from the tarot now and get our full Celtic cross spread. Okay, what is going on, please, for Scorp? Please give me a Celtic cross spread for Scorp. But whatever this is that you're going through, Scorp, it definitely feels like a place that you constantly find yourself within connections. If you're wondering whether you and this person have potential, you absolutely do. You absolutely do. And I have to say, I think the biggest block here is more of a mindset. Okay, and I say that because even if there are other people involved, and even if there is family, children, ex-wives, husbands, boyfriend, girlfriends, partners, right? Even if there are just lingering factors that could possibly make things a little bit more difficult, I feel like those things are already kind of on their way out, and they're not around permanently. I'm getting the feeling here like this is a slow progression from one life into another life, and that what is currently causing some distress to you in the connection right now is going to pass. And so it's a matter of looking past the obstacle and focusing more on what the solution could be. Right? Just kind of holding on as tightly as you can until the ride is over. Is the imagery I'm getting. Ooh, cut. I'm being told to cut. Let's do it. What is the energy, please? 8 of Swords. Self-sabotage, right? Being in that headspace of I can't do it, when in reality you really can, right? It's exactly the energy that we're talking about. Not being entirely sure, but it's a perspective. It's not a reality. It's just you're looking at the situation feeling kind of like you have to have your guard up, or there are things in front of you or that lie ahead of you and this person that are going to force you guys into separation or force you guys into a different direction. But it's not. Like it's literally not. This is all about perspective and all about whether or not you believe you can move into a stable future with this person, or accommodate this person into your life. It's possible, but you can't stop yourself from trying before you've really, really, really considered what the options are. Okay, and that's where you have to open yourself up, Scorp, to the possibilities of things actually working out. Not everything burns up in flames. All right. So you see yourself, well, right now, the current energy is the Knight of Swords. So you could be connecting with a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Okay. This desire for a conversation, possible communication. If you haven't received word from this person or a discussion on where things are going, I feel like you will be very, very soon. However minor, whatever it is that you guys talk about is going to decide how quickly you and this person can move forward, right? This is about speed. So the truth will be coming out about something, just an honest conversation about where things are headed. And it's going to help you guys really make a decision on which way to go and how quickly you guys can manifest things. The block is the Wheel of Fortune, so timing is at play here. Certain cycles need to close out before you guys can move forward. And that could be kind of why you're feeling like you're hitting your head against a brick wall right now. Right? You're hitting your head on a brick wall, and it's just like if things are not moving along as quickly as I would like, then that must mean it's not meant to be. But that's not true. There are certain, sometimes good times overlap with bad times, and the both have to coexist for a moment in time before the newness, the better future can come in. Right? So it's all about coexisting. Hanging on even when conditions don't look favorable, because you can see the potential. And not in a potential, like, do not get the words twisted, Scorp. I'm not saying like, oh, well, this person who has narcissistic tendencies, who is just dripping in devil energy, like this, this person, I know they have the potential to be a decent human being. No. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the kind of potential that when you and this person are together and that person is with people who they have a healthy connection with, right? You see that there is literally a reality outside of the darkness that exists, not in the theoretical, not in the hypothetical. When this person is not dealing with the drama of the behind the scenes, and where they are, that part of them, that heaviness, that stress, that defense is being pulled out of them, like it's forced out of them, when they're not being provoked, the other side of them, who lives their day-to-day life at peace and all of that, they have good, well-adjusted friendships, deep connections with their family and friends. They are honest, they are kind, they are compassionate, they have a big heart. That is what their reality is when all threats are eliminated. That's the potential I'm talking about, not the theoretical, I've never seen it before, but maybe one day kind of hypothetical or potential. You know what I mean? So when you are connecting with somebody who you feel like you have the potential to have 100% good with, for the most part, right? Outside of potential conflicts that come up later on, but you can always iron those wrinkles out. Then that is the type of potential we're talking about. So there's something that has potential, but you are still just wondering, right? You could be feeling a little bit disheartened just because things are kind of hard right now. Timing doesn't feel right. You could be connecting with a Libra as well. Okay. You're really trying to detach from the situation right now, though, Scorp. You really are. Like, it's not, here's what's funny, is you're really watching this person, right? You really want to talk to them. You're waiting for them to make the first move. In a lot of ways, you really do think about what the future could hold between you. You might even be doing research in terms of, like places you and this person could live together, or just the kind of life you and this person could have, right? Maybe even trying to strategize and find a way to get closer to this person. But in your heart space, you are trying to keep your distance. Like, in case things do not pan out, you are really just not wanting to put too much out too soon. Okay, because you've got justice in your heart space. So you're trying to take an objective look at the relationship that you guys have right now. Not entirely sold. Or at least just trying really hard not to indulge. Recent past, 9 of Wands. So something in the recent past brought you guys to a point of exhaustion. Maybe just brought you to a point of exhaustion. Right? This does feel like you guys want to persevere. Somebody does. which is why coming in, there's going to be the Knight of Swords. Somebody definitely wants to, someone wants to persevere, but for some reason, I'm getting the feeling like someone is wanting to give up. Coming in, you've got the Sun, which is beautiful, but with the Nine of Swords, that's your energy, how you see yourself, Scorp. Like someone here is just being tormented. Like they're not sure. Five of Wands is in the environment. Yeah. Right? Like your fears, Eight of Pentacles. Your outcome is the Queen of Pentacles. So Scorp, it looks to me like you and this person will be taking things to a whole other level. Truly. Because this is your outcome. This is your what's coming in with your outcome. Okay, so the Sun with the Queen of Pentacles. You could be connecting with a Leo. You could be connecting with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Very strong Virgo here. All right, but coming in with the Sun, this is clarity, brand new day. You're going to feel very happy, okay, with this person. Something's going to happen where you guys are going to turn a new leaf over. And I think you are more preoccupied, more than anything, Scorp, with just what that's going to look like, right? You're not sure if it's going to last. You're not sure if the happiness is temporary. You're not sure if this person is being sincere. You are feeling just very conflicted about what this newness is going to feel like, right? This new beginning, this vitality, these opportunities. The Sun, you know, the Sun, when the Sun energy comes in, this is major arcana. This is about, this affects everything in your life, right? This is just, it's gonna bring your world back into focus in a way that's going to remind you of all the good things, you know. But the problem is with being in this Eight of Swords energy, right? Being in this Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Five of Wands, right? It's just, there's a lot. There's a lot that you feel like is going to go wrong. But it's not, because your outcome is the Queen of Pentacles. So you guys are going to come up with a plan. You and this person, no matter what the circumstances are, like you're afraid that you're going to focus on this person and things are not going to pan out, or that, you know, you're in this alone, right? That this person's not going to put in work. But it's like, that's not the case. Like this person to me feels like they want it just as badly as you do, but they have things, very real challenges and obstacles in their life. And maybe in a way you can't relate. And you're saying, well, you know what, if that was me, I wouldn't be able to handle that. Like if that was me, if I was in that person's place who I'm connecting with right now, like if that was me handling all that stuff, I'd be like, you know what, it's really not even worth the headache. Why even try? And so you are kind of speaking for them because you know what you would do. When the truth is you're not them, Scorp. Give them a chance to sort things out. This person feels to me like they really want this too. And when the opportunity comes to enjoy it, you're going to be very, very surprised by how prosperous you guys are. You're going to be very surprised by how this develops and very surprised by how happy you guys feel. Truly, you know, there's a lot of conflict. And I don't think that you are wrong for detaching yourself, because you're just trying to stay safe. And it doesn't feel to me like you're abandoning the connection altogether. You're just kind of reserving yourself, which is fine. I think you're going to be very happy with how things pan out, because you are tormented. You are losing sleep over this for some of you, right? But it's because you're just having a hard time seeing through their eyes. But they're a different person than you, Scorp. So give them an opportunity here to really live this situation out the way they need to. Temperance coming in, the Lovers, Knight of Cups. Yes, guys. So I'm not kidding. I'm really not kidding. These are a lot of repeats from the Gemini reading. So Scorpio, if you are connecting with a Gemini, Scorpio was one of the strongest signs, along with Sagittarius, Gemini as well. Let me see. The Empress did not come out. We didn't have Taurus, Libra. We had Leo come out in the extended, which we have here represented by the Sun. There was one more sign, and I'll remember. Oh, it was a Virgo, Aries, and Gemini with the Magician. There was one other sign I'll remember. But yes, so guys, we have a lot of repeat energy. We've got the Temperance card here, Lovers, and the Knight of Cups, which all appeared in the Gemini reading. So, but this is clarifying the Sun. So we've got clarifying the Sun, which is a major arcana, 2 more major arcanas. So this looks to me like somebody who really wants to make things work. Ultimately, someone who is willing to wait, someone who is willing to take the time to make the hard choices, make the hard decisions, and they're going to choose you. They're going to choose you, Scorp. You make them happy. You bring them back to life. You soothe them. You soothe them. You invigorate them. Scorp, if you are connecting with a person who has other commitments, other responsibilities, I think you will benefit. You'll benefit from the second half of the extended reading for Gemini. Just throwing that out there, because we do go into that energy, and there seems to be some information there that could bring closure, right? But yeah, so this person, this Leo, this Sag, this Gemini, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, this beginning with this new person, rest assured that this person is going to find a way to make it work. They are determined to have you, and they're willing to go around, right? They're willing to go around they're willing to walk over hot coals, so to speak, to be with you. This person's willing to put in the hard work. They're willing to make decisions that are kind of unconventional. They're willing to kind of make people's heads go, huh? Like, really? I guess, right? They're willing to do that for you. Because it is very strange, but outside of the inconvenience of what they're going to have to do to bridge that gap, they are not afraid. They want you, and they know that. Why do I say that? Because in the outcome, we have the Queen of Pentacles being clarified by the Six of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Queen of Swords. So for some of you, right, this is somebody who is leaving a situation from somebody, disconnecting from a situation, somebody who is currently in the middle of splitting assets with somebody, the mother of their children possibly, splitting their assets with somebody who they were in the middle of expanding things with, because the Queen of Swords is a divorcee, so to speak. So this could be with the Empress energy, somebody who is recently divorced, somebody who just is in the thick of legalities, or someone who is slowly detaching from the person you're connecting with, Scorp. Maybe the person you're connecting with is slowly detaching from another person, and it just doesn't feel balanced. And this person wants balance with you. This person wants balance with you. So where they are not disconnecting from another person, they are wanting to connect with you. In order to do that, they do have to be kind of icy with other people in their environment. They do have to be very sure that they are wanting to take this route, but they are sure. So that's the thing. They are very sure that they want to be with you. It's just a matter of divvying the resources up in a way that is fair and in a way that doesn't pull away from other really important elements of their life. I do feel like you're connecting with a very mature individual, Scorp. Like either mature in experience, or mature in age, which brings wisdom, right? You could be connected with an older person who just doesn't know their belly button from their booty hole, but that's neither here nor there, right? If you're connecting with an individual who knows what they're doing, regardless of age, this person is making it clear to you that they are not making their decisions personal per se. They just need to make sure that before they go through with the situation, there has to be a plan in hand. This person feels like they have a lot of plans that they've built up, or a lot of resources that they've built up. It's not someone who just files a W-2 around tax time. Like this person is out there, they own a business, they own properties. Like this person has been in the game for a while in terms of their financial stability, in terms of the assets that they bring to the table. This person is very, very solid. And this person wants to make sure that before they move forward and offer you something, they need to have everything else situated. They need to know how everyone else who is in their life, who is being affected by what they bring to the table, they have to make sure that everyone understands what their role is, and they understand how things might be changing in the future. So this person is making plans and kind of like letting people know, like, hey, I'm changing the game. I'm changing these elements. You're either with me or without, you're either with me or against me, because I'm accommodating this person. They add a level of groundedness to my life. This person makes me feel solid. This person really adds value, makes me happy, makes me feel young again, alive again. This person, believes in me. This person encourages me to be my best self. Like there's a lot of beauty in what's to come for you, Scorp, between you and this person. It's actually quite beautiful. So it's okay to feel insecure for a moment. That's a moment to step outside of yourself and view how you're feeling from a third person perspective. Look at it and ask yourself, just reflect on it and say, what fear is poking its head out right now? What am I afraid of? And how can I take that fear and go directly against it? Because I will let you know right now, Scorp, sometimes the opposite of fear is not just having no fear, right? It is perfectly okay to say, I am still so freaking scared. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I know that the me of the past would move forward in this way. But the truth is, I want to shake that cycle off. And I want to, I want to give faith to this. Sometimes faith is not about having that internal switch triggered. Sometimes faith looks like moving forward in a different direction, even though you feel like it goes against how you've been, because now you're leading with your heart and not with your fear, right? Instead of saying, well, I want to avoid this at all costs because what if I get hurt? You say, I want to move towards this, even though it might fail, because this is truly somebody who adds value. Someone that not just, not someone who feeds my ego, who shows me attention, but on the flip side, is not around when I need them to be and when I really need support. No, this person is there for me in all the ways that I really need somebody. And yeah, I didn't expect to meet them right now. I didn't expect having them in my life to look a certain way. But the truth is, one day, 10, 20, 30 years from now, 40 years from now, I'm going to look back at this crossroads and tell myself, like, come on now. You really said no to the love of your life. Like, you really said no to that. Why? Because you had a career opportunity to go out there. Like, how did that pan out for you? You're telling me that you couldn't have gotten an even better opportunity sometime else down in your life, like down the line. You had the opportunity, a once in a lifetime, to be with this person, and you chose something different. Now, it's valid if you don't feel that strongly for the person you're connecting with and you do truly value other things. That's perfectly valid as well. You don't have to put a person over yourself if you connect to that deeply with your work, because your work can be your life purpose as well. But if you're fighting that instinct of I ought, people would judge me if I didn't pursue everything that I worked so hard for, just because this person, it's like the person that's in your life may not be just because. If they're the one and you know that, this could be something that you regret later. Just food for thought, Scorp. At the end of the day, it is up to you to decide exactly how you want to spin this and what direction you want to take towards this person, either with or without them. But if this is a question of, are you leading in love or leading in fear, you have to really step aside and reflect on what you're leading with. Okay, it is okay to feel afraid, and when you do take a risk, you're not going to feel 100% confident in it. It may not work out, and you are asking yourself, well, you know what, I'd rather know with certainty it doesn't work than to wonder all my life maybe it could have. And you have to ask yourself what trade-off you're willing to live with in the meantime. Okay? So, my loves, Scorp, I love you so much. I'm going to take this to the extended, okay, where I will go into the person that you're connecting with, their feelings towards you, their intentions towards you, what the advice will be in order to overcome the obstacles at hand. We have the Wheel of Fortune here in your challenge. So timing, maybe there's a lack of development somewhere, slowness, or just no development period. We'll see what the advice is in order to overcome that, as well as what the long-term outcome between you and the person that you're connecting with will likely be. Just as things stand now, remember that free will is always at play, so you can change the outcome for what is proposed to be just by changing a conversation, by having a conversation, by pulling away, by anything, right? You are the master of your life. You are the master of your future. This plan is one of that you co-create. So keep that in mind. The link to the extended is down below, as well as a link to my personal booking system should you decide you would like a reading that is more personalized to your current experience. I will see you guys over in the extended. Thank you so much for being with me, Scorp. If you enjoyed this reading, please remember to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'm going to see you next time. Okay? I love you so much, Scorp. Thank you for being with me. Mwah. And I will see you